The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Monday, the 16th of December, and we're looking at the Dow up 91 at 43,919. Now, every other day for the past 7 sessions, well, now it's 8 sessions, you've seen the Dow have an attempt at a rally and then fail and make a lower high and then a lower low. And today we fractionally are so far above the low of Friday. Whoa. Can that last? That's the big question. I'm thinking it can. I've got a couple of indicators that are suggesting that right here is the opportunity for the Dow to at least try for the 200 period exponential moving average. For the 14 period exponential moving average, which is at 44,174 over the period of the next coming days. But it is a question because the 9-period moving average turned down on Friday, Thursday close, and then Friday. And the MACD's, look at that histogram, is still expanding. And the stochastic's down at 22%. Will it go to the single digits or the double to the teens first before we get any kind of a bounce? I'm not sure. But right now we're experimenting with some kind of a test that is successful into the close today. I'm using the Dow just for the moment because this is rotation going on, and the Dow the Dow has this narrow channel. Very often with this narrow channel, it gets to a certain point where it wants to break the resistance level, the upper trend line that's going down. And if it does that, then it goes to the next peak on the left side. There is no peak until you get to the all-time high of 45,073. So I have to use moving averages. That's if it's going to work, number one. Number two is the weekly charts are still, in all the indices, they're all strong, very strong still. Okay, with that said, we're going to go to the S&P, SPX.X. There we go. S&P inside bar so far from Friday's high and low. It's up 20 at 6,072. You know, that weekly chart, that is outstanding action. Look at that. The price is way over the 9. The 9's over the 14. MACD is good. Stochastics at 96%. Monthly chart stochastics at 96%. Flat stochastic. At some point, that stochastic is going to go from the 96 level down to the low double digits, maybe the teens, maybe even the single digits. But until that happens, we're going to try to keep playing the upside and just use this residual strength as some guarantor that support levels will hold. And when they break, you've got to be careful. All right, in the meantime, QQQ, all-time high right now, even as we speak, 535.12. Up 4.60, very strong action. This is very good, very good, very good. D in the weekly chart, D in the monthly chart, nice action. Let's go to the IWM because that's been lagged into every, like the Dow. It had a channel and then it broke the channel on Thursday, went even lower on Friday. Now we've got a pretty good green candle. The day is young. We're not even 45 minutes into the session, so we can't say yet. But it has to break what was resistance, now becomes what was support, becomes a resistance level. I want to see the IWM up in the 237 level by Wednesday afternoon, maybe Thursday morning. I guess it's a big ask, but you know that's what I'm looking at. It has made a doji candle peak. E in the weekly chart there says, got to be a little careful. Well, we've had a bit of a pullback. And the monthly chart has got this double top at 244.46 in November of 2021 and 244.98 just last month. So you got to consider that there's a possibility of a double top. It'll have to prove itself by really breaking under 225 in the next couple of, I'd say, a week and a half. All right, let's go to the SMHs, very strong. That's because AVGO. So this is Broadcom. So 253.06 plus 357 in the semiconductors. Still, look at their weekly chart. Their weekly chart is stuck in a range. Monthly chart stuck in a range. Not looking bad, but stuck in a range. Let's go to AVGO. Wow. up almost 10%, up 2160 at 246.30, all-time high. Just a whopping breakout to the upside. Look at that. In the monthly chart, leg F, maybe it's an alternate. Oh, wait a minute. Did you miss that? Absolutely. So this is going to be not an F, but a G/C. I had a question from Eddie about the G's. What happens after a G, since there's never an H? Does it automatically become an A when it goes after that peak? You have a rest, and then you go just 1 penny above that. I'll go to that in a moment. I've written it down. ACN is the chart that you want to look at. So this is very strong action. So one of the issues right now is that each rally, and this is going on from last night, actually at the open, from almost the open yesterday, that there have been rallies and they give back and the rallies and they give back, but they're all giving back less than they are moving to the upside. So there is selling going on, and you cannot deny that because you can see it in the chart of the E-mini. Let me just go there for a moment. This is looking at the March 2025. So there's your peak D in the 1 minute chart, whoops, pull back. Peak D in the 5 minute chart, whoops, pull back. Peak D in the leg D in the 10 minute chart, and so far it's pulling back. But look, each one's it's a stair-step move to the upside. I like that. I think that's telling everybody, oh, you got to be careful here. And then all of a sudden, I would like to see that the Dow gets up to about 190 to 220 points today for the first time in a while. And that'll be a good sign, at least short term. All right, let's get back to our story. I want to look at gold. Gold is just stuck in this lower range. It did very nicely. It went to that peak C. Now it's back under the 14-period moving average at 26.72, down 3 at 26. It's just, this is a rotation. And I've been saying that if you look at GD, General Dynamics, look, a little pop up today, but what a move from the 318 area down to the under 260, and now it's trading at 266. That's just telling you that what's going on in the Middle East is, I hate to say it's so far it's positive, but the defense stocks are saying you don't need us right now. And I love to see that. LMT, Lockheed Martin, look at this, lower lows and lower lows and lower lows. It goes to just about 620 a couple of weeks ago. Now it's at 493. Isn't that telling us something positive? I think so. All right, therefore, I'm not anticipating too much in gold right now based on the Middle East, but it could be other things going on. Because if you're looking at gold, look, here's the gold chart. Look at the weekly chart. Pulls back. It's almost like, what was I looking at a moment ago? I think, now I'm trying to think what it was. What was the chart? It looked just like that, but on a monthly basis. It doesn't matter. Well, this is where it's stuck in a trading range, gold. But if you're looking at silver, silver right here, silver has had a sharper drop in the last 3 sessions, and that's affecting the weekly chart quite a bit. I want to go to Bitcoin here because I forgot to do it in my market update. All-time high at 106,635, up 4,335. We've just kept our long position in the iBit, the iShares Bitcoin. It's doing well. I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, we're back. I'm just doing the notations here of this, but it's so difficult to see because it's not, here we go. So this is looking at, and I don't even know what it is. I've just grabbed the chart and I'm trying to do some Chapman wave analysis on it. So that's going to be C. Oh, click C. Oh, I meant to change the mouse. This is the clicky mouse. E, F. Let's go G/, A? No. Yeah, it has to be G/A. That's the monthly chart. So we're looking at, if I can ever remember what this is, it's Galaxy Digital Holdings Limited. Galaxy Digital Holdings. Sometime in 21, it was up at the 37-ish level. And then it plummeted down to, what was that, about the threes. And now it's trading at 20.67. So I've got a peak E in the weekly chart. And I have to start this fresh right here. So I'm going to give this the nod for a low there. And we're going to call that an A again. And a lower A right there, a B, a C, and we're expecting a D. Okay. As it says right now, it's making this cup formation. And what's interesting about the cup formation, it went to a breakout right there. Now it's making almost like a cup and handle, but it's really not because the left side lip was taken out. So, all right. So as I'm looking at it right now, it's got support between 1912 and I'm going to say 18, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 17.81 if it does take a little bit of a dive and closes under 20 in the next two sessions. But the way it looks right now, there's enough strength because the MACD is just crossing positive there's enough strength for it to go to 20. This trades in 4 zeros after the dot. So this is trading right now at 20.668.80. 20.6680, and I'm expecting that it's going to go to a higher high above 21.4325.4326 stars leg D, and that's what I'm anticipating. I don't see anything other than slight pullbacks. It's got a rising highs and rising lows. And my suspicion is that if it goes, it either spikes quickly through 22 to go to 22, maybe 22.5, or else it just makes a little double top there and then it goes sideways. But right now, I would just keep holding this, and that is Galaxy Digital Holdings. Now, one of the reasons why I say that is if you look at the monthly chart, you've got the stochastic at 85%. The on-balance volume isn't overbought yet. In the weekly chart, the on-balance volume is kind of weakish. The stochastic is at 87%. That's great. But look at the MACD, how strong it is. So, yes, there's bias to the upside. Market has suddenly pulled back. The Dow's down 11. The S&P is only up 8. This is going to be a tough phase, and this is what I'm anticipating. That's why I say to subscribers, we're using trading vehicles right now. We're adding to some positions only as trades. One right now is working out very nicely from our entry point this morning. The other one did. It's pulling back, but these are just trades. I don't want to get too carried away. We've got a lot of good positions. As I say, we have that IBIT, which is at an all-time high. So let me just do this because I didn't finish what I wanted to do. So that was that one. The next question was ANC. So Eddie said he might not be able to, ACN, he might not be able to listen to the show today, and he sent me a chart, and he had done the notations. So Eddie, I'm going to do this just real quickly. I'm starting off on the daily chart. You did something a little, look, I've got this as this is the low that you started counting at right here on the 20th of September. ACN, Accenture PLC, very good company from what I understand, goes to a peak A on the 24th. Then it gaps up, goes to a B, doesn't fill the gap, pulls back a little bit into the gap, and then goes to a C, and then it goes to a peak D. Oh, I think it was the one before that. So you started off, I think you started off here on August the 5th. If you did that, this is what I get. Look, I get peak A. I don't get that 3043. Yeah, I get a peak B right here at on the 22nd of August at 334.07. Then a peak C, peak D, and then because the 9-period moving average is so strong, I just continued with an E and an F. Now, you had a G, and your question to me is, it doesn't matter how you got the G. You got the G. I think there's a miscount there, but if you did get a G, you said, what happens after the G? Does it go to an A? Well, I'll show you. Oh, I hope I can remember where it is. I'm going to show you what happens. When you get to a G, treat it as an alternate count. In this case, it would be a G/B, let's just say, okay? And then it pulls back sharply, and the 9-period moving average goes negative. But then it starts a brand new buy signal. You can see from all the technicals, peak A, peak B, peak C, and then I get to a D. And D is right here, the high of 377.34, 1 penny above the day before, which is the 18th. So on the 21st, on the Monday, it goes to a D, pulls back, and now I've got a brand new peak A, peak B, peak A, peak B under that. But both of them went to a high. There's an overlapping wave that should have gone to a D. But what I'd say to you is that it's going sideways. And you said that it's got earnings coming out Thursday. What do I think? Now, I've given up on saying what positions, what will happen on earnings day, because it's how the market treats it. Sometimes the earnings look fantastic, and then there's a conference call and the thing tanks the next day. So let's say you have an option. Well, overnight you can't trade the option. Not yet, but they'll get to it. And then what happens is the next day your beautiful profit just goes into a loss, or it's the other way around. So I just say to you, if it's at 359 right now with a 9-period moving average still positive, if it slips under 354, be careful, because the shadow wave inside track propellant zone will make the arch formation, and that's going to be really important because if it breaks under 340, right there. And if it breaks under the 3rd of December's low of 346.62, there's a good chance it's going to come all the way back to test the 200-period moving average of 339. But it looks right now like it's just kind of stalling, maybe even waiting for the earnings. So you want to see a leg D, and that D will be above 371.88. What do you do in the meantime? What I'd say to you is, if it goes slightly higher, I take a little bit off for money management, and then maybe Wednesday I can look at it again and see what's going on. But if it slips under 354, I definitely would take a little bit off. So maybe rising, you start something to take off. My suspicion right now is that it's in a trading band, and the earnings are going to either tell you that it's spiking way into the 370s or below the 340s. I can't tell you right now, because from the chart pattern itself, it's in a stalling formation. It's just kind of waiting for the news. But everything's technically pretty good. I'll be back in a moment. I was up 17.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks, we're back. I forgot, Beaky, to tell you that the BRPHF, which is, I guess, Galaxy Digital Holdings Limited, you said it is a crypto investment bank. Is that what you said? I just need to double check that. Crypto-related crypto investment bank run by Mike Novogratz. Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it looks to me like it's making a cup formation. It's going to try to take out the left side high, and that'll start leg D. But at this particular point, because it's not moving, I wouldn't say one for one, but it's not really moving. Let me just show you the crypto chart right now, BTC. Well, I suppose it is. It's not quite as strong, but it is moving in the general as a consensus thing. Yeah, okay. So I think it will go to that missing leg D. That's the way it's looking right now. When do I think that we'll make a top in the Bitcoin futures? I'll deal with that tomorrow. There's a little bit of work I needed to do. I want you to see how they acted today, and then I'll get a better picture for tomorrow. Next question I had was, hey, folks, don't forget, Tiger dollars. This is the most fantastic sale. This is a real sale because whatever you put in, you're going to get extra money back. So check it out, up to 40% in your favor. Go to the front page and check it out. This is the Tiger dollars going for, I think, another week. All right. So the next question I had was, I've done that. I don't know if it was a question, but Palantir made an all-time high at 80.91 peak E. About 6 sessions ago, and now it's just kind of in this rectangle formation, taking its time. A bit of a pullback today. It's down 3.42 at 72.67. I think a lot of the work's been done, and I would not be surprised if there are other areas that have taken over in this particular sector, so that this is developed data fusion platforms, that it just needs a bit of a rest. It's looking fantastic, but I think it's taking a bit of a rest. The key support is if it takes out 65, it's trading at 72, 78 right now. No, I'm going to make it a little easier. If it takes out 70 in the next 2 days, there's a chance that it will make a dreaded H pattern and take out the 68.07 low that was made 4 sessions ago. And that'll say, okay, it's had its turn, needs a bit of a rest. That's all it does, it needs a bit of a rest. Next thing is a question came in about, where was it? Okay, down here. NVIDIA. Okay, is it stupid to hold NVIDIA? Stash wants to know. NVDA. You remember I was just talking about Palantir. It's had a spectacular move and now needs a bit of a breather. And that dreaded H pattern is exactly what NVIDIA has done. It's taken out the left side low today of the 27th, which is 131.80. So far, today's low is 130.42. And it's trading at 132.38, so it's over that low. But here again, I just think NVIDIA needs a bit of a rest. In this particular area where it's a high PE, it's a high multiple, this is a momentum play. And my suspicion is that even with that spike to 152.89 on the 21st of November, my guess about 5 weeks ago, when I said, I think NVIDIA's starting to see, how can I put it? I don't want to say it's got a, I'll just say that there's a cap on the market. 152.89 was the high. I would say maybe it can go back to 152, but I would not be surprised if the 146 area is a short-term cap and that it's just taking a real good digestive phase. Now, I'll talk more about NVIDIA in about a week's time, a week from today. And one of the reasons is the SMHs are becoming so much more selective. You look at advanced micro devices. I was asked about that the other day, and I said, I don't like it. I think advanced micro devices in this fading area, that it's going to make that dreaded H. And look what happened. I haven't updated it. Look, it took out that arch. Lowercase h goes to lowercase m. Whoosh, comes down. Right there, it could have a little bit of a bounce, but it's making lower lows and lower highs. I suspect the low of the week of the 9th of August of 139.14 is going to be tested in the next week or so, and that's going to be really important. Now, as I said earlier, my analysis over the weekend when I did it was actually over an hour-long video on Friday for subscribers of my overview of the week and where our positions are and why I like our positions. We only want to add to some of them. I don't want to get out of them. I just want to add little bits we've taken off. We did that today with one of them, one of my favorites, and it's actually very nicely now. So we've got this position that's very strong. We've added to it. But at the same time, I think this is also a moment that's fraught with rotational, corrective, sudden surprises. So it's corrective on the upside and corrective on the downside. For instance, Microsoft had a really beautiful move to a leg D and then a peak D. But that was, even to me, and I've been watching it, well, we own it, but when it crossed positive, I said, I think this is a moment that we should actually add to it. As a trade, we've done it before for very nice gains. We're in a 338. I never did that because we were in other areas, but that was a mistake because in the rotation, you had Amazon going to all-time highs. Look, all-time high. As we speak right now, leg D. I'm looking for round numbers. I did find a few more over the weekend, but I don't see anything yet that's enough to say, watch out, round numbers. And we did have a 0% change in the S&P. So I say today, it's really imperative that the S&P moves up 20 or 30 points to push away from the unchanged level of Friday. And so far, it's doing that. But you can see, look, all-time high in Amazon. So the rotation said, okay, fund managers said, you know what? Microsoft has just been stuck in the mud for MUDD instead of MSFT. And this is the time to go for it. So Microsoft had a really good rally. Maybe it's going to go back to being stuck in the mud right now. No, I think that, look, Apple went to an all-time high. Apple, as we speak, is it at an all-time high? 250 round number high so far, 249.25. Oh, ho, ho. The high on the 10th was 248.21. And I've been looking for Apple round numbers. I did see one, but it was from way back. It doesn't count because time is of the essence in this particular technique. And look at this. Well, I think it could easily take out the 250 high today, but I'm watching this closely. So here we are. So what I'm saying is there's a rotation in Netflix. Made an all-time high 4 sessions ago, and it went to 940 right there. 941.75. Looking for round numbers. No round numbers yet. So that's what I'm talking about, rotation. And that's what I think we're going to see right now. The Dow should start to rally with the IWM, as maybe the others take a bit of a breather. I'll be back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn. and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So folks, we've got Micron, which made a high of 157.57 back in June at peak D. Columbus down, makes a dreaded H, fails, makes another arch formation, and this time it holds. And there's a double bottom between the August low and the September low, and then it starts peak A, and then a huge B, gap up, and then it sort of fills it. But now what do you do with this chart? I was asked last week, and I just never got to it. Well, I said, let's just wait and see what happens, because it's going to tell us. Now, isn't this interesting? So look what happened. Here's your starting point, right? So this little plus sign goes into an up arrow because that's your buy signal right there. So every single peak above it gets counted in the Chapman wave until you get to a D, and then you can actually start it all over again. Well, this one went to A, then a B. That gap up had a continuous, there's the peak here. This is just a continuous gap. But gaps don't make any difference in the waveform. You've got to count the peaks and troughs. Goes to a peak B and then goes under it and goes peak A and another peak B under the previous one. They should all be gray, but I was a little lazy. And then this one goes to a slightly higher high. Look. So higher high, not necessarily than this one. Right here, the high of the 26th of September of 114.80, but it went to a higher high than 114.14 because it went to 114.30. So that becomes C. So now we're looking at it, and you have to still count from this low. You have to count each peak. So this is an A right here. Fascinating. Watch this. A, but that's an A right there. Look. Hey, you won't believe it, but you can see it. Here's a high of 103.68. The next bar is 103.41. Next bar is 104.25. So what are we doing? 103.68 goes to 104. There it is. B. Then it goes to a C. And it goes to a D. So that's fine. And then you say, wait, how can that be a D? You got to a B because you have to start from this low and count each successively higher peak. So this is a D. And that's it. So when is Micron's earnings? Micron's earnings, I saw it over there. Jeff says, Micron this week. Well, it says this week. I don't know when it is. But you see what we have to do? We have to look at this and say, well, it's stuck in a rectangle formation. It's already at a D, which is under the previous high, which is always showing a sign of weakness. It's kind of stuck in this range. Let's make the range over there. And now what happens? Well, this is a situation, as I said to Eddie, I can't tell you what ACN is going to do, Accenture, after the earnings. I can tell you what it's doing right now. So far, everything is short-term just stalled, but everything's positive. Stalling positive is not a bad thing. Breaking down after stalling is not a good thing. That's why I said those support levels are what you're going to watch. So I would rather say to you, the day after Advanced Micro Devices earnings come out, what would I be looking for? I'd be looking for either a slide towards the 100. It's at 109.70. I don't know what it'll be when the earnings come out, but what I am looking at is that gap at 104. If that whole area gets taken out and goes to 102 in this particular move with this particular earnings report, that just says, wow, Advanced Micro Devices is really just stuck. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it's in the doldrums, and I wouldn't be touching it. But what if it suddenly spikes into the 114.50 area, or maybe it's already there by whenever the earnings come out? But let's just say it spikes 5 points higher. Well, what will happen is that 9-period moving average in the weekly chart, if it can hold for a few days, will turn green. And all of a sudden, you've got peak A again, peak A, another peak A, and that's B. And we'll see what happens, because that could be a very strong overlapping wave that goes to a very strong move to the upside. And then this whole candle, the candle of the 19th of July with 116.34 high and 105.05, I would say that the middle of that candle at 126 becomes a target. I don't even want to go there. Let's just see what it tells us, because you want to see what it does. And my suspicion is that from the chart itself, that Advanced Micro Device, Micron, will probably tell us that it's the outlook that's really important, and that's going to be very important. Not so much what they've done in earnings, but it's the outlook for these semiconductor. But it's just been stuck in the doldrums since June, up in the 150s, and here it is at the hundreds. So I would just say that's my outlook right there. Next question came in. Where did it go? I'm sorry. Did I say I kept talking about Advanced Micron, MU. So let me just do that again. Trading at 109.58. It had a low that I counted right here. That was the low of September at 84.12 on the 12th of September. And the very next day starts A, and then we counted from there's another little A, so that's an overlapping wave. It goes to B. So it's been stuck in this range. Thank you for correcting me. So that is Micron, and Micron is just trading sideways, whereas Advanced Micro Devices has made this dreaded H pattern in the weekly chart. And that's why I said it's got to hold that low that was made at 121.83 on the week of the 9th of August. Otherwise, it's getting straight down to 115, the 200-period moving average in the weekly chart. Okay, so now what we're looking at, question came out. Whoops, I missed it. Let me just see. Could I look at Z? Not Z in the Den. John, who does those fantastic trades all the years, just followed him. He's been quite an amazing benchmark, really, for trading your plan, making a plan, trading your plan. Stick with the plan. I mean, it's just very admirable. All right, so Z is Zillow Group, C shares, real estate data. I made a peak D just recently around about the end of, I'll tell you the exact date, 29th of November at 86.88, and has just been pulling back gently since then. Gentle says that it must hold, it's at 81 right now. If it closes in the next week, if it closes under 78, that's going to be a problem, because it's already got the doji candle peak F in the weekly chart. The way I'm looking at Zillow right now, because I know that they weren't impacted as a real estate company when they had that very sharp decline back in 2022. And from the end of that, they've gone into a different form of, it's a different kind of company. It isn't just data. I can't remember exactly what it was, but their modus operandi had changed, and it benefited them financially. And you can just see that stair-step move from the 35 area all the way to 85. Very impressive. Now I think it's a bit of a rest. The 9-period moving average in the weekly charts is 76 is going to be very important support. I think there's limited upside right here, but at the moment I think limited downside as well. I'll be right back.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com and hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com and hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, I had a question about BBAI. This is Big Bear.ai Holding Inc. Trading at 3.10, up 58 cents, up 22%. Yes, Dan, this is the 9-period moving average. You can see the price went down below the 14-period moving average Thursday and Friday, but the 9 didn't even want to give an inch. It just had made a little U-shaped pattern way above the black 14-period moving average. The green one went up, and you're having a nice rally. So I would just say to you, 3.53. If it can hit 3.53 this week, then there's a really good chance it's going to try for 4. I don't know about the higher than the 4, just under 450 that was made about last week, but that's the way it would. But if it gives back, I just got to be careful here, because if it gives back and goes under 280 right in this phase, right in the next day or two, without going much higher, that's going to say, stalling motion. So this is very important. big move to the upside. Of course, percentages with, as Tommy always likes to say in his show, he talks about don't be surprised with low-priced issues having big percentage moves. Obviously, if you're going to have a lower price, you're going to get a real good percentage move when it moves up or down. So with that said, I'm going to say there are things that I'm watching today into Wednesday because it's really, WU, pop, WU is... this is WWU, Western Union. You asked me about that the other day, and that is a really nice sign. W is Western Union. There are so many stocks that are coming back from the dead. You remember Kodak? Look at this. Kodak, I don't know where it is now. I didn't follow it. CODN. KODDK. There it is. Whoa. Yeah, look at that big move. Eastman Kodak. Anybody remember Eastman Kodak? Well, look at that move there. So, yeah, there are some that I'm going to start including them in my newsletter. Some of these very low price stock, I had to see if they had some meat in them. Oh, if they had some strength. I'm going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes. Check out my opening call. Don't forget, Tiger Dollar sales going on right now. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay tuned for Steve and all the great programming.